Hi. Yeah, it's our legal question Q&A time again.
For the special series.
Yes, special series. So, what's the question today?
Today I don't know how to translate, so this is your time.
Okay, how is there any way I can live with a little girl who lost both her parents?
Yeah. Is there any way?
Okay, I assume there's no strange intention behind.
Okay.
Right. Okay. If a child lost both her parents, usually this is the time when the social welfare department would intervene, because they have this sort of power under the law. So, yeah. So I'm not sure whether this guy or this girl who asked this question has any biological relationship with this little kid. But if she is not a close relative or she's not the direct parent of the little child, then if she want to live with this little girl, then he or she must have the guardianship over the kid. If you want a guardianship over the kid, then you have to make an application to the court for the guardianship. Then the court would consider a lot of circumstances that includes the the actual relationship between the little kid and you, and all the objective elements, such as whether this, um, because the court has to um, put the kid's welfare as the first priority. So the court would have to consider whether it is best for the kid to live with a certain person. So the court would have to consider a lot of elements, such as the relationship between the kid and this guy, and the economic well-being of this guy, and all many other kinds of circumstances. There's no exhaustive list of the elements that the court would take into consideration. So if you can satisfy yourself that it would be of the kid's best interest to live with you, then probably you do stand a chance of successfully applying for guardianship. But it's not an easy question, so probably we have to know a lot more background information before we can give a definitive answer.
How long does it take, the whole procedure? Is it really hard to tell?
Yeah, it really depends. Probably it takes months or up to a year.
Okay. So the second question is about.
Okay, renovation dispute. So there's a friend that he is renovating his house, his flat, and the quotation said that the renovation should complete in February, but the renovation has not completed, and there's no one working, and the tools are left in the flat. What can he do? Right. Very typical and common disputes that involve renovation or construction company. Have a lot of cases where people have disputes with their contractors, and usually it always relates to the so-called delay of completion. That's very common, and the usual very common defense is the contractor may say that you have a lot of ideas, you have changed your mind many times, and then you have suddenly you wanted them to add a lot of items that was not included in the quotation. We have a lot of disputes like that, but and ultimately this kind of case is one of about breach of contract, and the court need to consider what was agreed between the two parties. So it all depends on how many or how much written evidence you have. What can you do now? If you think that you haven't done anything wrong, then you can give them a written final warning. whether by a legal letter or by email yourself or even by WhatsApp messages. You can give them a warning that you want them to finish their work by a certain period of time, and otherwise you will proceed to court. So that's basically what you can do.
Okay, so that's all the questions.
Right. Okay. So I'm glad that we have a relatively short session today. So just feel free to ask whatever legal question you have in mind. Uh, Otherwise, we will have no question to answer.
But don't ask any complicated questions.
Any complicated question, we will just try our best to answer. But if it involves a lot of legal research, then I'm sorry that we may not be able to help. Right. So yeah, just see you next time, and just pop up any question you have in mind.
Okay, thank you. See you.
You.
Bye.